meeting, we're supposed to go to, there's a side gate entrance. We are going to Los Alamitos Racecourse here in Cypress, California. Right. She was very adamant that we absolutely had to be here by 8:30. You were very strict about timing and to absolutely be here. Thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, I guess the flakiness of horse people extends across not only hunter jumper disciplines, but the racetrack. Not a good start at all. So we are now down to one prospect today. So I think we need to come up with a new game plan. Kind of disappointing. So, Michael, what do we do? A very well-planned day just pretty much fell apart in the course of 5 minutes. Pissed, frustrated, and extremely disappointed. But that's the thing. I make spreadsheets, I do research, I figure out details and come up with a game plan. And then something like this happens where
plans get ruined.
Because I don't want to waste their time either if a mare's like out for sure, but okay.
That mare.
Yeah, she's a redhead on top of it, so. We got one. All you need is one.
We are at the Los Alamitos racetrack, and we are here to look at some thoroughbreds that can possibly be retrained for a second career. It used to be very common in the 40s and 50s and 60s that horses were taken from the track and they were retrained as jumpers, and some of them even as dressage horses. And a lot of horses that were on the US team were all horses that had previously raced. My grandparents raised thoroughbreds. My mom's career was on thoroughbreds.
Thank you.
Hello.
My husband, Mike.
So Michael, Linda,
Mike. Yeah, so they started the Retired Racehorse Project. It was actually founded in 2010, and it was to help racehorses find second careers and also just to promote the thoroughbreds as, really versatile, athletic horses.
I've been training racehorses for 22 years, and my father trained racehorses, and my grandfather trained racehorses, so it's been the only job I've had.
well, almost everything in our barn right now is homebred. So we own the stallion, usually own the stallion and the broodmare, and I don't race any 2-year-olds. They don't hit the board in probably the first 4 or 5 times, then we try and find him a second home. It's Guapo Diablo, and he was raised in Kentucky and brought in as a 3-year-old and was not a great success on the racetrack.
He had talent, he just didn't have enough raw speed probably to be a successful horse long term.
But he became a barn favorite. So I kept him here thinking about trying him again, and just decided he didn't want to do it the first time. Why push it? So I've had him in the barn waiting for a second home for him. A few people that looked at him, they were really beginners, and I think he'd be better off with a young amateur that's had other horses before him and somebody that has a little more experience, and especially a great trainer. You know, I don't know Michael personally, but everybody I know that knows him says he's great, so I'm happy that he's going to a great trainer too.
He's the best trainer I've ever worked with.
Guapo is excellent if he'd been faster, because he's just super mellow, just wants to listen, wants to please, and some of them will just fight you the whole time.
I am excited and nervous. Is that him?
We're going to be looking at how the horse is put together, their conformation. We want a horse that has a tendency to travel uphill, meaning that they want to have their front end lighter than their hind end. That way they will be able to have power for jumping. His neck comes into his shoulders well. He doesn't have that little dip in front of his withers.
Yeah.
You're lucky that you hit when you did, because every month my racing manager calls and goes, And what about Guapo? If I don't find the right person, he stayed.
I'm surprised his feet hold up so well. Like mine are like typical thoroughbred feet. They have to wear shoes. Like there's no way.
If you take him and it's not what you want, we're here to take him back. So.
I like them. Oh, that was pretty. Love, love, love. Love the horse, love the trainer, love the owner. It was just like perfect.
I know that look as soon as I saw you look at the
What?
horse.
You
I
saw
was
the
like-
goo goo gaga?
I was like, it's over.
It's over.
Just get the stamp of approval from Michael and it's game over.
I think the fact that Pam is willing to take a horse back really speaks, first of all, to just her commitment to these horses. I think there's a gut part, but there's also an experience part of you've seen enough at some point that when one comes along that is the right one, you can recognize that. For us, the fact that this is, someone that Michael knew and we know we could trust what they're saying about the horse, that eliminates a huge risk factor.